Hello. In Japan, they have a method of pruning trees which is creative and produces some uh, rather beautiful trees. It's called open center pruning, and it involves certain stages, which I think might help us at the beginning of a new year to think about how we might prune our lives. Uh, the way in which this particular kind of pruning starts is by stepping back from the tree and really looking at it. And looking at it not just as it is now, but remembering how it is in particularly in different seasons, thinking about how it looks from different angles. And I think as we think about what we might change and move forward with in our lives at the beginning of a new year, it might be worth just stepping back and having a look at how we are, how we relate to the different situations in which we find ourselves, the different relationships that we have, just examining ourselves from a distance, as it were, if we can be as objective as we can manage, just to look at how we are. And then, before deciding on any changes that we might make, to recognize those parts of how we are that need, not only the ones that need removing because they're not doing us any good, and we can identify those perhaps, but also there may be some things which are perfectly satisfactory taken on their own, but they're not quite what's good for us now. Because one of the next stage in this open center pruning is that you cut away not just the branches which are dying or discoloured or don't add to the beauty of the tree, but also you cut away some perfectly healthy branches because you want to let light into the tree. You want it to have light coming right the way into the whole of it, so that it creates a sense of space. And I think maybe sometimes we need to look at our lives not just critically to remove things which we feel are unhealthy for us, but perhaps also to remove things which are cluttering us up, which are taking up space, when actually we'd rather have the openness, the freedom that we would have if that part of our lives was taken away. And so as we review how we're doing at the turn of the year, I think this open centre pruning gives us a clue as to the two important stages: stepping back and not only taking away the unhealthy things but also the cluttering things. But the other thing about these trees in Japan is that if they are pruned in this way, and all of them in the garden or park are pruned in this way, the whole place gets a sense of spaciousness and openness and beauty. And I think if we can prune away anything in our lives that comes into the categories I've described, and we become thereby more beautiful people, we're also contributing to a more beautiful environment for the people around us.